Right, time to kill the entire party.
Like cannon again. We're going to see another apocalypse shot again.
I'm gonna have to do a paranoia one shot soon just so he can get that out of his system.
I'm back.
Okay, so I'm just waiting to hear that Prom's ready to go. Because I don't know, Prom, if you know that you're muted or not. Or if you're just doing something. Doop 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 doop. Alex, you still there?
He's still outside.
Oh, there he
Yeah,
is.
maybe.
Hello.
Is your stuff all set up, Prom?
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
just...
I just used the same sheet as last time.
Okay. Are you not changing your weapons or anything like that?
Yeah, I changed one sword to another sword.
Right, okay. I just don't want you getting stuck in, you know, the same thing just because you've not, you know, updated it. Okay, let's get here. Yeah, so last time you were on the FTL gate way station, which you managed to clear of hostile enemies Fomorians, which had landed on the gate. Although, I mean, perhaps they were trying to blow up by overheating the reactor. That's what it seemed like when you arrived. And they cocooned some people and, you know, drained others. Not entirely clear. It appeared that they had some sort of biological version of a frame that you guys used, some sort of exosuit, which maybe allows them to operate, you know, outside of their craft or outside of their home atmosphere or something. Or perhaps it is just to give them added military combat capabilities. And then I think we ended that Jester sent out a bomb threat across the sector with the idea that you were trying to threaten to blow up the way station, the gate, so no one could leave the sector unless the rebel troops turned on and assassinated their leader, correct?
Yes.
Obviously, you know, the details of how successful that is won't be known until, you know, some effort can be made to find out if the rebel leader is alive or not on the planets, assuming that they were still alive. And now my door's going. Hang on.
Of course, it happens right after you start.
It's the curse, the curse.
Is it one of those 90s movies, gypsy curses?
Take the button. If you don't take the button curse you.
I knew as soon as I started it would come. But yeah, so you will know right away if that's worked or not. The space battle sort of rages on. You can hear over the comms that the Fomorian craft, their 3 ships get reduced down to 1, and then that craft seems to disappear. It's either managed to cloak and hide itself, or it's got some sort of faster than light propulsion system of its own, and is able to disappear and evade the rest of the Terran fleet. The fleet itself, although it's more of a battle group I suppose, is reduced to just like the capital ship and a couple of smaller fighters that accompanied it. So they are badly damaged, you know, like half the force has been like destroyed or is crippled in such a way that they've had to like evacuate ship, or are just non-functioning in a military sense, which is entirely unexpected. The Fomorians are not supposed to have this kind of capability, and if it were not for the having spent intervening with the army of mechs that it brings with it, then perhaps you would have all been stuck here in this sector, trapped anyway. But as it is, the gate is unharmed, the way station has been reclaimed by yourselves and is functional. Engineers will arrive from the Terran fleet main ships to man the FTL gateway station to keep it operational. Hang on a second.
Should I plant a bomb before we leave?
Yes, the Heaven Spent will,
Yes.
return to pick you guys up from the station, obviously.
So we're still in the space station.
You'll be picked up from the space station to go back onto your ship. Obviously, to give a debriefing and report what it is you found and, the circumstances in which the station was discovered. So, when you're taken into your debriefing, what kind of things are you going to report? You saw what happened, what you think is going on.
Oh, man, I was gonna hide, but I just realized I'm technically the leader, aren't I?
Yes. It would be suspicious if you were not there.
The Xenos had some kind of mech spider, and they were wrapping up all the hostages.
Were
They were eating them.
They were eating them, so they weren't.
Yes.
So yeah, Command's gonna be like, they weren't.
No one saw anyone eating them.
They were 100% eating them.
Okay.
I seen it.
So they weren't taking them hostage. They weren't using them for intelligence. They weren't taking them captive. They were just wrapping them up and devouring them.
We don't know what they were using them for.
Nighttime.
And what about the combat capabilities of these suits that they're wearing?
They were a lot of damage,
Horrible.
but very squishy.
What was that, Sugar?
They just died.
Okay, so yeah, they're going to take in detailed reports of what the functionality to try and determine, what they're capable of. Compare this to other things that have been witnessed.
I think we should try to clone one of their mechs.
Oh, I mean, the ships in the Terran fleet as well are definitely going to be taking samples to experiment with and study, put under analysis.
Oh, and then this is the commander, or is this the captain of the whole mercenary thing?
I imagine the commander wants to speak to you firsthand about it because he wants to know what is going on here.
Who should I give the detonator to?
The detonator?
Yeah, didn't you hear the communications?
That was you? Why
No.
are you planting explosive devices on our own space stations?
It was a bluff. Yes, there's no bomb.
Omega Lance, I mean, I can't argue with the results you've produced so far, but the way you go about it is very peculiar.
We're the best of the best.
Well, I think for the time being, we will perhaps reassign command of the Lance to Ash over here.
Oh,
As soon as he said that, I want to try to vanish.
To slip away.
Yeah, as soon as he says I'm no longer in charge, I don't want to be there anymore.
Yes, Ash. I think perhaps, given the circumstances, and some of the concerns that have been raised by your commanding officer, I think perhaps you should be in charge of Omega Lance for the time being.
oh, that would be of course. So I would be happy to.
Okay. Well, once you're debriefed, you're going to have downtime to do what you want with your personal projects and such. The captain, the command is going to be conferring with the commanders in the Terran fleet to decide upon the next course of action. A messenger is definitely going to be sent through the FTL gate to try and bring in more reinforcements, because clearly there is a rising situation here that needs to be dealt with. But for the time being, this sector is going to be under Terran military control, and so the Brotherhood will be requisitioned to perform what other tasks is required of them by the Terran command. But you guys have downtime, so you can do what you want for the downtime. So, Fido, you had a project that just automatically completes after last time, which was your... It was changing the ammo type of your ammo that you developed. Tank.
Sorry, I changed the button on my control thing. Sorry. Yeah, whatchamacallit. Basically, I changed it so it's a burst system now instead. So when on impact, it bursts, explodes, and it creates sort of like nanos that attack basically the biological creatures.
Okay, so your ammo applies so far to rifles. What is this allowing it to apply to launchers then?
Sorry, wrong button. Yeah, it applies it to launchers.
Okay, so launchers and rifles can use your ammunition now.
I'm also going to try and cap Pistol Pete before he runs off at one point.
Wait, what?
Need to get up you for a second.
Okay.
I nearly went crazy in the last mission there. Something set me off there and couldn't control myself. Nearly end up killing all the people I just saved. I need to find out what's going on or what's sort of setting trigger. Can you try and find something out of the system? Here, take these, and I give them sort of the dog tags they sort of gave me with any sort of like information and coding. See if you can use them and find anything for me.
I'm gonna like check the computers.
Okay, give me a hack and roll. One second. Okay, you're able to not just hack into your ship's like system, which you've done numerous times now. It's pretty simplistic, but you're able to get into the Terran fleet's communications via the communications going on between the two ships at the moment. And in the Terran files, by referencing Fido's dog tax license system or licensing number, you're able to see that he is tied to an experimental biological research and development unit within Cybernautica Systems. And the project has been labelled as anti-xenobiological warfare. Which suggests that that company at least had some prior knowledge about the Fomorians having military capabilities that you're now experiencing. And Fido's creation had something to do with countering that.
And you got that from eating them?
Actually, can you let this cat out?
I changed infiltrator to duelist, just because my mech and the other stuff does that already.
Right, sorry about that.
I changed infiltrator to duelist for the talents.
Yeah, so Hackerman, your hacking shows that Fido, his development, his creation is to do with countering a xeno threat, which suggests that they had some prior knowledge to the Fomorians being a threat, and that could explain why the scent of them has triggered this sort of hunting response in them. So, Alex, what were you wanting to do as downtime?
I guess I'm just gonna sneak around the ship, see if I can find anything interesting.
Your own ship or the Terran ship?
Which ship are we on?
Well, you'll be on your own ship.
Yeah, then my own ship.
That was in case you wanted to sneak onto theirs and see what they had.
But are they connected right now, or like through an airlock or something?
You could take a shuttle.
I guess I'll sneak over to the Terran ship, see if I can find anything.
Yeah, because there'll be a lot of exchange of repairs and supplies going on between the two. Yeah, I mean with a crit, definitely. You get on board one. They're sending over like engineers and stuff to help repair, and you just sneak on board disguised as an engineer. You get your shuttle over. You've got an ID and all that when you get there, and you just kind of slink your way through the hangar bay on the other ship into wherever you need to go. So what kind of thing are you looking for?
I have no idea. I just wanted to see what I could find. Maybe they probably have guns that we don't have. I wanna look for their armory.
I mean, they get their guns from the same manufacturers. Their weaponry will be very, very similar to the weaponry you guys have, if not exactly the same.
Oh, I guess I'll just look for information then. Maybe they know something we don't.
Give me another act on scene, unless you've got something that's more related to like data finding.
Either act unseen, or I could try to impersonate one of the soldiers. Or spot.
Maybe spot, because you're trying to find something. So they also have not only an ambassador from the corporation that hired your Brotherhood to subdue the system, but they also have an ambassador from Cybernautica Systems itself, which might not be that unusual, depending on what their mission was prior to actually appearing here. But it does suggest, links with the stuff that you found planetside and the stuff that Hackerman has uncovered about Fido. And this ambassador's quarters, like the other quarters, they've got their own personal guards outside and stuff, their own security that they've brought along with them. And as a major arms manufacturer, they have a lot of money to invest in their security systems.
Alright, I'll try to impersonate one of their guests. Or someone there to see them.
Okay. Sorry, I'm starting.
I got a 12.
I kind of want to say that's going to be difficult from a roll d6. Minus that from it. Yeah, you're going to get turned away at the first sort of approach. You've got fake creds, maybe steal a uniform or something like that, but it's not convincing. Not with that kind of rank level they're expecting you to have the security clearance to actually enter the quarters, and they will turn you away.
Darn. I guess I'll just plant a bomb and leave.
Why those bombs?
For science.
I mean, actually, what is the reason for your character planting a bomb here on your allies' ship?
Oh, you're right. I'm a Terran spy. I shouldn't be planting bomb on Terran ships.
Do you want to reach out to the Terran spy network to see if they have any idea why this person would be here on this ship?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
Is there a skill for that role? Something associated to it? You would have the advantage because it's part of your background.
No, I just have act unseen, sabotage, spot, and impersonate.
Right, go roll 20 with accuracy. Yeah, that's gonna be a crit. Yeah, you set up the little communication signal, the encoded one that you send out, to recognize other agents, and very quickly you get a signal back, which means there must be another agent on this ship that's replying to you, because otherwise the reply would not happen that quickly. And this reply, which does not give a name, is going to say, yes, the Cybernautica Systems Corporation is under investigation by your network because they are suspected in illegal development of weapons. And we believe that they are in possession of xenotech, which they have not been forthcoming in giving up to the Alliance, the Terrans, in order to do their own research. Their presence in this sector is highly suspicious.
Would I know about that Project Fido thing or whatever?
If Hackerman told you, yeah.
You need me to find out what?
The stuff you found out about Fido, would you have told Ash? Not Ash, Jester.
Not if he's going off to other ships. I don't know how. Do we have like radio things?
You definitely have communication between your guys in your group.
I guess I probably would have told them over their communications then.
Did you just read the information out loud while you were reading it?
Yeah.
I've gotten information on Project Fido, and I'm following a suspect now. We should set up what's a good way to say abduction?
Kidnapping.
Yeah, we'll set up a kidnapping.
It's not a good way. Extraction.
Yes, a recovery. We'll recover the illegal assets. That somehow makes it sound worse.
I mean, it's a step up from planting a bomb.
I mean, if you say so.
What about Ash? Is there any downtime activity she wants to do?
I want to invest some time into learning bomb diffuser for no particular reason.
I think the training gives you a +2 for this skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a +2 in bomb disposal.
Again, for no particular reason.
No, yeah, of course not.
Yeah, you just walk down the tech lab and you're just like, hey guys, I was wondering if I could pick up some tips and skills on how to defuse a bomb. And they were like, why would you need to know something like that?
Just in case those terrorists ever take hostages or something. Let's say they plant a bomb on the space station.
Oh, you mean like that crazed terrorist that was broadcasting on the radio?
Yeah.
I think they'll probably look at each other for a second and then they'll be like, do you know what? We should probably educate everyone on how to spot bombs and defuse them. So you will learn that when you're downtime, you'll get +2. But they're going to implement like bomb disposal as like a mandatory class for everyone aboard the ship in the future.
That means I'll
Snap
learn how to
them.
avoid looking at letting them see where my bombs are by changing them. Wait, does that mean they're just gonna start finding bombs all over the ship?
Did you plant bombs all over the ship?
Maybe.
Purely a precautionary measure.
Yeah, in case I ever get caught.
Oh, now he mentions it, let's just do a little bomb scan it. Oh my god. All these red blips showing up across the ship.
There's one in the room right now, just strapped to the bottom of the desk.
So it looks under the desk and there's just this little yellow LED timer.
A blinking red light in the middle of my steak. I mean,
Just the idea that I've been planting bombs in people's food.
This is something you would totally do.
He's definitely in the wrong business. Yeah, so after a few hours, you are called in to the main briefing room, you guys and all the other Lancers, and appraised of the situation, that the Terrans are taking military control of the operation. The Brotherhood will be lending a hand, hopefully able to recoup some of the expenses that have been paid already towards this operation, and to get on good terms with the Terran fleet military, which could also lead to future contracts and such. So at the moment it looks like on the planets you've already been on, Theta and Alpha, that these monstrous creatures are attacking en masse and are like devouring the cities and the planet's defences. It's not totally clear their end goal or purpose. It's not. We're not sure where they came from. Although suspicion is that the Fomorians, with their recent appearances, have something to do with this at some level. But the end goal is not clear. These are also updated on the Fomorians' capabilities with their seemingly biological exosuits that were encountered. Special mention is made to Omega Lance for recovering this information. The Terran Command has decided to quarantine the two main planets in the system for the time being, and while they conduct their own repairs and assessment and investigation, the Brotherhood Lances will be dispatched on a number of recon and defensive missions to the smaller planets and locations in the sector. So analysis of the hostiles that we encountered so far suggests that the Fomorians have been given technology or developed or even evolved some sort of biological technology that is extremely advanced, allowing them to create these suits with the capabilities they appear to have. Analysis and observation of the fights with their space vessels also suggest those vessels themselves are also organic in nature.
So they just appear primitive.
It's possible that there's some sort of hyper evolution in the last few decades, or perhaps another species has interfered somehow or given them this technology. It's unclear exactly what the process has been, but the fact is that they now seem to be in command of these capabilities and we need to proceed with caution. And the Fomorians are obviously hostile and are to be treated as such. It would appear the rebellion has largely been crushed by the appearance of the creatures planetside. They couldn't withstand up to those kind of attacks. So now the mission is changed to securing the sector and then probably clearing of these creatures, or perhaps just putting it in quarantine and leaving them to their own devices if it's not worth recovering. But we won't know that until more intelligence is gathered. So Sigma Lance is going to investigate the planet Lida, which is a highly radioactive planet with corrosive atmosphere. Omega Lance, meanwhile, you're going to be sent on an exploratory recon mission to the research base on Fumo. The research base there is full of geologists and geological surveyors. They've recently discovered vast mineral deposits. The planet was volcanically active, or extremely active recently, and a lot of these have been brought up to the surface. So it's potentially worth billions and billions of creds in mining contracts. But that station has not been heard of since just before the uprising, and it had been assumed that the station had been attacked or cut off by the terrorists. But now, obviously, we need to investigate and see exactly what has happened there on Fumo.
Well, we can do that.
And then you're given the details of the planet. It's low gravity. It's got a thin atmosphere, although it does have an atmosphere. You're given the location of the only settlement on Fumo, which is a settlement of 4,000 various scientists, geologists, surveyors, miners, and such.
Can we have permission to use an orbital bombardment in case we encounter any of those creatures?
If you encounter
This is the
them,
village.
yes.
Okay.
If you encounter them in numbers, you can call for reinforcements, and after evac, we will commence bombardment if needed. Yes.
Excellent.
But there's been no sign or activity of any such life forms on the surface that we've surveyed so far. So at the moment, you're just to go down there, investigate, and report back what you find. You've done excellent work so far on Megalance on bringing back specimens of things you've encountered. If you can continue to do so and bring back anything you deem is worth our time. Do you have?
Of course. We would gladly do so.
Do you have any other questions?
Oh, I found this on the back of a coffee maker. What should I do with it? And I'll just pull out a bomb.
Yes, a number of these explosive devices have been found scattered throughout the ship, possibly by rebellion spies operating within our midst. If you're to find any, please report them to, and he gives you like a hotline that's been set up to report suspicious devices.
A hotline.
While you're all waiting for your mechs to finish printing, you're advised to attend the bomb disposal classes, which will help make you aware of what to look out for and what to do if you should encounter such a device. And as he says this, he kind of eyes Jester suspiciously.
I wonder why.
I'm innocent. I've just turned in a bomb to dismiss suspicion. Yes.
And everyone in the room just turns to look at you judgingly.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yes, well, perhaps it's a good time for us to dismiss this briefing. Good luck.
Yes.
Good hunting.
Thank you.
So I'm getting trained as a bomb, a sniffer dog.
Yes, you all get a rudimentary class on how to spot suspicious devices, how to react, who to contact, how you can like protect yourself and others. It doesn't go into detail because there's not time, but it's just like rudimentary knowledge. They also probably give you like a little video on how to spot a spy. But if
Does it describe our suspect perfectly?
it's like if your colleague shows an unusual or sudden interest in explosive devices. If
Do
your
they suddenly like to disappear?
Yeah, if your colleague is found to be missing from important meetings or in inappropriate times. If your colleagues seem to be smuggling contraband or asking you to like keep things hidden for them, you should report them to your superior officer. And as this talk is given, you just turn around and of course Jester is not in the room with you.
Of course he isn't. Does anyone know what he did before being a mercenary?
No, but we could find out.
Well, I guess then we will find out.
Oh,
I guess we
okay.
are finding out.
Yeah, you can see the record given for Jester is this very straightforward, ordinary route of education, military training, some combat experience in another mercenary group, which is now, conveniently disbanded. Before coming here, there's nothing out of the ordinary there, which itself stands out as being no ordinary. Because everybody here has a past of some sort. I think being the hacking expert that you are as well, you can see that a lot of these files have been tampered with and like updated at recent or various times in order to like correct mistakes or hide flaws in the backstory.
Just everyone who's ever met her is conveniently missing or dead.
Yeah,
Can
like
you just make a note in the file? Potential spy.
oh, totally.
Does it change as soon as you put it in?
But yeah, the school she went to is no longer operating. The military camp she trained at is no longer operating. The mercenary company she was in is defunct. It's just convenient that there's no hard evidence of her past.
Very convenient.
And all her recommendations and commendations are glowing, and there's no way somebody would be that glowing about someone.
Especially anyone who's ever met her.
Yes, this does not match up with the person you've met.
Do we have like military police on the ship?
They'll have their version of it, yes. They'll have their own brotherhood, like police force.
Yeah, so just printing all this stuff out and like anonymously submitting that.
If you can't kill her, you're going to get her imprisoned.
Nobody is gonna threaten to blow up what I want to blow up.
But I mean, even if they confiscate all the bombs, that means I can still just make more.
She says out loud. The guy in the cafeteria like hears you thinking to yourself and turns around like, what?
Oh, I was just thinking about what happens if they don't find who made all these bombs.
He's like, aha. He like moves his lunch tray one seat over. Yeah, but you have your mission. It's going to be the extraction mission. So you're basically going to go to like one end of the map, grab a thing, and then you're going to like come back again when we actually get to it. But first of all, you're going to be loading up, suiting up, and being launched down to Fimo to investigate what's happened. Usual sequence when you're all getting suited up, when you're leaving the dock and you're jettisoned towards the planet. It's far smaller than the other planets. It's this rocky, barren outcrop. Not the edge of the system, but further out where the temperature is much lower. There's a lot less sunlight. And there's a single installation here which supports 4,000 scientists and workers. Your mechs will make planetfall through the thin atmosphere quite comfortably. And it's just this barren, rocky, dark reddish kind of landscape stretching out in front of you. And then a few clicks to the north you can see the buildings, which is your target where you're heading to. There should be like a number of space vessels there, shuttles for getting them on and off the planet. So how do you want to approach it?
Stealth could be an option.
Okay, so you just want to skulk. You're going to like spread out, you're going together, you just want to do scans ahead, like what do you just want to do?
I've got the thing that lets me look at areas. We can use that to look for whatever we're looking for.
A spy drone kind of thing.
The nanobot swarm.
So you want where do you want to launch that at the installation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just kind of hang back and skulk and make yourselves hidden. You send out your swarm to report what they find. They don't find any life forms. They don't find any signs of combat or explosions. The vehicles that are supposed to be sitting there should be at least half a dozen of them. None of them are there. And mysteriously, the landing pads themselves do not seem to be on the ground where they were constructed. There is only the two main buildings, the research building and the building that's where everybody lives, where the food is grown and oxygen is generated. The power does still seem to be running.
It looks like either they abandoned or there just wasn't as much here as everyone was told.
Oh, that's suspicious.
There's a slight tremor in the ground, just the slightest kind of rumble, like an earthquake.
Did anyone else feel that?
Yeah.
7 detective
Yes.
sensors.
You can roll your sensors if you like. Systems roll.
Sensors 10.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
roll.
range.
That's the range. Just do a systems roll. The inside temperature of the living quarters building is higher than it should be. Not by a huge amount, by maybe 10-15 degrees. Which I suppose.
That's still a big step up from like 20 degrees to 30
Yeah, I
degrees.
was just thinking that, yeah. But yes, it's a lot. It's higher than it should be.
Should we investigate inside the buildings?
That would be advisable. I think we are all small enough mech-wise to fit in.
Is anyone bigger than a size 1?
I'm a half.
That's not bigger than 1.
Is the Hydra? It's Hydra's size 1, isn't it? Yeah, so you're all size 1. Yeah, you'll all be able to squeeze in. There will be like a vehicle bay where they would use buggies and things like that would enter. Again, the vehicle bay, the door is shut. It's been locked from the inside, but the power for the station is on. So by simply relaying, your security protocols, you're able to interact with the computer system and have it open the door for you. Which it does so, and it's like a sealed hangar room you go into. That would close behind you, and it would pressurize, and then it would open up to the interior of the building. As it does, your sensors are showing there's quite a lot of heat in here. Humidity is like way down. Your power is still running. You can see that life support systems are struggling to try and keep the temperature under control, but it is at the very high end of what's acceptable for human life forms.
Can I spot anything out of place, like a lot of dirt or rocks in the ground
Outside or inside?
in here, then in the hangar?
Give me a spot roll. Yes, there's definitely been disturbance on the flooring. Some of the walls are like uneven. You can see like cracks forming. Some of the flooring tiles are missing completely at the edges of the room. Outside, where the landing pads and the ships should have been, the ground does look like it's been disturbed.
I think something was burrowing through here.
As you leave the hangar bay and go into the building proper, you can see there's just this massive hole in the ground where the interior of the structure should have been. The roof is still standing, but many of the interior walls and all the flooring is collapsed downwards into this vast tunnel, and this is where all the heat is coming up from.
That's not good.
This is when you're supposed to contact command. That's the captain, leader, whatever.
But first, can I throw a flare into the hole to see how deep it goes?
Sure. It's not vertical, it goes down at a rather steep angle. Your flare sort of tumbles and tumbles and tumbles and disappears down into the dark. It goes very deep.
Okay, that's not the answer I wanted to hear. Yeah, time to call up command. Command is Omega Lens. We have possibly found where the crew of the station went.
There's a lot of static and disruption. It seems like maybe the communications array here has been destroyed or damaged in some way. So you're able to get a signal through, but it's all distorted. It's like Heaven's Bent Command, this is Megaland. And then the reply to is Megalands, proceed with caution, determine the cause of the phenomena.
Copy that command. Well, looks like we are gonna go inside that hole.
And I use my AI to hack into the base's systems to try and get through an analysis report of what's happened or what's going on.
You don't need to hack it. You can just ask the system. It's still operational, and with your security protocols, it will just tell you. So it tells you about unexpected seismic activity, the sudden disappearance of the staff members and their life support systems. Their individual life support systems seem to be inoperational. So they all suddenly died around the same time following the seismic activity, and then a sudden increase in the interior temperature of the habitat. You can see a few days before that, they were investigating what seems to be a meteorite or something that had crash landed a few kilometers to the south.
How far are we from the nearest settlement?
This is the only settlement.
And I get it to scan, the system, get it to scan using Floor. Can I say the creatures, the aliens' names, Florians, sort of like living standards, see if it would support any and they can detect anything like that. Sort of living life forms based on it.
Sure, give me a systems roll.
Because I've got an AI system.
I don't think the AI system does anything extra to that, but you can have accuracy for it.
Let's make skill check, see that's what it does.
Yeah, so just do a systems roll and then have accuracy. Okay, well, even with accuracy, it's an 8. Yeah, it's not able to give you an estimate of that kind of data. The only thing you do pick up is you do pick up an energy source, which doesn't appear to be natural at the location of the indicated landing, which just so happens to be in the direction of where this tunnel also leads.
Captain Riflejack, your orders.
Who is the heaviest mech? Because they are gonna take point down there.
Well, 3 of you are the same size, so...
Yeah, but armor-wise, who has the most armor?
I'm not using that mech.
Okay, well, let's just say Jester, please, if you would please go in first.
I suppose. I'll just jump down and use the EVA to go down slower.
Yeah, so EVA or flight is going to let you move normally in this low gravity, otherwise your movement's going to be reduced by 2 normally. As you're going down there, you know, the heat's increasing. It kind of levels out until it's going almost like straight, and then it's heading like straight south. And you can indeed detect like an energy source which seems artificial in nature. Some sort of like ship's drive or something like that seems to be operating down here in one of the craters. Where we're going to come in. So, doghouse. That is not the icon you're supposed to have, doghouse. What the fuck? Try that again. There we go. Atlas, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Dogcatcher
picture.
and Fiery Death.
Imagine if I went down here with the fucking giant mech.
Can you all see your... Well, there's that. I also made space so you could fit the giant one here. Do you all see your tokens? Can you all see the board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I don't have, which I completely forgot here. Fuck, I need something to be the target. This is right for writing this at 5 AM. Right, yes. So the energy source appears to be a ship or craft of some sort, which is at the far end, opposite you of this map. That definitely appears to be some sort of xenotech, which would be of interest to your command. So the mission is going to be to get over there to grab it and then drag it back to your side of the map to extract it. When you get back to your side of the map, on the last line of hexes, you can evacuate extract as a free action. You guys can rearrange your tokens down that strip at that edge of the map however you like to begin with.
So around about where, just up to...
The first vertical line on the left hand side, just anywhere on that line you can start.
Doug, I was looking at the CompCon thing. So I guess if you have 2 melee weapons or a melee and a close quarters weapon, you can barrage with both of them.
Yeah.
As long as one's not super heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
How are we doing this? Are we all splitting like in team of 2? 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top or something?
Yeah, that can work.
You have 10
Splitting
rounds. Sorry, you got 10 rounds to extract it. While you're dragging it, you're slowed, so you can't boost.
So who wants to try and take through the top end? Who wants to go through the bottom end and try and work our way around to get to the target?
Oh, he can. Prom can just teleport, so.
Sure, he'll just go very quick all of a sudden.
Yeah, we should all stay together then. Because you don't have any close quarters weapons, do you?
In a sense, no. But it depends on what drones I activate and what ones I take out. Which will eventually be all of them.
So, who wants to go first?
I automatically get a drone out, by the way, just from when we start.
Okay, I'll give you that. Is this just adjacent to you?
Yeah, it's adjacent to me. It's one of my 4 specialist drones. So this one, is the Guardian drone, which basically range attacks against myself or allies receive 1+ difficulty.
Okay, that guardian drone, you should be able to control that. Okay, so who wants to go first?
I can.
So I will say you can't teleport with the ship, obviously. Once you get there, you'll have to drag it. But you can teleport over there.
Is the ship the blue thing?
At the first side, yeah. If you end your turn over the lava, you're going to take damage. If you're flying over it, you won't take as much damage, but you will take heat. And all the rocks that are line of sight blocking, those are like giant pillars connecting the roof of the cavern to the floor, so you can't go over them or through them. And obviously if you're teleporting, you can't end your turn inside a rock.
I can't see the drone or the target.
I'll
No,
ping
the
it.
drone's all the way down here.
Yeah, I'll ping it because your sensors would let you see where the energy's come from.
Got it.
Okay, Prom, so what do you want to do?
I'm gonna activate my protocol. And then I'm going to go into Overwatch. And my turn.
Okay.
Then Tarlock's turn?
It would be my turn next. What's my move? There is a rumble in the ground for a moment, and then nothing happens. It's your turn.
Okay. I am gonna go north. I have a range of 5 feet. Pexes. Actually, I can fly. Is
You can't fly through the
this
rocks, no, because they stretch from the ground to the ceiling. They're just like massive like rock pillars that are holding the ceiling up. Yeah, you can fly over the lava
Okay.
though. And when you're falling in this, because it's low gravity, you fall at half the rate you would normally fall at.
okay? Yeah, then I just go 5 up here. And then boost for another 5. Up here. And then it's Kujo's turn.
Let me just, that was Prom, that was you. Kujo's gonna be next. Okay, there's another kind of rumble in the ground, and then it stops, so then it's Kujo.
Okay, I'm going to move 5. There. I can move my drone for free. 4 spaces. I'm going to launch another drone. Let's see what one's probably best. I'm going to launch one of my Sentinel drones. I can launch it. I'm just trying to remember details for launching it.
I put one beside you called Sentinel.
Yeah, I think I can launch it from a distance away. I'm just taking the charge off because I'm only summoned 2 of them.
You should be able to move it wherever.
I can put it up to anywhere in my sensor range.
Yeah, just place it where you want.
Sensor range is 10. Yeah, I'll place it. And then it'll activate itself. So when it's deployed, it establishes 2 sort of like security perimeter around it. So any hostile targets within the effect area will take 3 kinetic damage, or when you go into that area.
So for 2 tiles around, can you paste that or something?
Where it's there.
Okay. Yes, so where you moved it exactly, actually, is going to cause this huge armored beast to come just like soaring out of the ground beneath of it, to try and like grab it in its corrosive maw and crunch down onto it. But you're going to immediately do 3 kinetic damage to it.
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to do a tiny bit of damage to it. And your thing
Does
has
have its-
an evasion of 10, so it's going to try and obviously hurt you when it comes out.
Only difference is HP will be higher because of my skills. Basically, it gets like 10 plus HP.
Okay. Okay, so can you make a hull roll, a hull save with your drone?
Where's the whole thing for it all?
It doesn't have a
I
hull.
think I've got. It doesn't have a hull. It's got an evasion, defense.
Yeah, it's a
stuff
hull you need to roll, it's not that. So I think it just gets... not
It defaults to
drone.
10.
A default 10?
All saves for drones are default to 10.
I mean, it's a hull.
Just roll a d20.
Well, I mean, if the default's to 10, that's the result of a 10. But
Alright.
does that pass a hull save? What's your save for your mech? To save for the drone.
Okay.
I suppose it passes then, right?
Oh,
'Cause
it's
a
just
10
got. I've got this stat.
A 10's usually a pass, right? Unless your save on your mech's different. Okay,
It doesn't
so-
really. I've got the stats it has. So I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
it won't lose any HP because this thing's going to lunge out of the ground and miss it, but it does become shredded because it catches some of the corrosive venom, the corrosive saliva from the thing's maw. And the beast is above ground and exposed. This thing is big, it's the size too.
Baby. Alright, I still have another quick action because launching that drone's a quick action.
Yeah.
Let's see what drone will be quite good to actually just shove there then. Give me 2 seconds.
All he had to do was PP.
Okay. I was wondering if I was the only one.
I'm assuming the speaker needs to go to the toilet. There was a moment I was like, what the hell is Tarlock watching?
It ain't me.
Sorry about that. The wee one determined has to tell me this thing that she wants me to do.
Yeah, PP.
That is because she's desperate and she has to tell me first before she has to go. Right, let's see what drone we'll have that's going to work good against a thing.
Which one of you
any kind of
does the most damage?
There's more stuff that will stop it and things like that. Let's see, because I've got a Tempest drone. Which I've got any character that starts their turn adjacent to that Tempest drone or moves must see the hull save or take 4 damage from knockback.
You could also shoot it.
Yeah. Can I shoot my super weapons a quick action live as a full action?
And not if
You
it's
super heavy.
not if it's super heavy, no.
Because my super heavy is quite works on through the drone. That's why, as long as it's within range.
Right, but it's still going to take a full action to fire a super heavy.
Well, I used a quick action to summon that drone, so I can't really fire it. Unfortunately. Yeah, that has partial effect against hostile. Hostile cards take 1 AP R piercing kinetic damage. First time effect and just working out what better one. I think I'll launch I think put the Tempest drone there, so any cat starts their turn adjacent to Tempest drone and moves adjustment must do a full save. Or take energy jam. Right, so I'm launching a Tempest drone and I'll put it next to the Sentinel. That's the details for the Tempest.
Right, okay, there's the Tempest. It's under your control. Put it where you want it.
Put it with the Sentinel.
If that's where you want it to be.
Because it'll activate on the target when it's move or anything, or it tries in.
Right, so when it moves, it's going to... Or when it activates, it's going to activate.
Yeah, the details are there. I put them in the thingy. And base it up to do any character that starts their turn adjacent to the Tempest drone or moves.
I'm putting it there so you're adjacent and not on top of it, because that's where you should be.
Yeah. And that'll be my turn because that's my 2 quick actions. Trying to think if I've got any other things I can do.
You moved, you did 2 quick actions, that's sure.
Yeah, that's it there.
So it's moi, nothing happens, so it's going to be Alex.
Alright, so I got the Ghost Weave thing, so when I start my turn, I'm invisible until I do anything other than move, hide, or boost.
Okay, so you're invisible.
And then I'll
Well,
use
if you move, you won't be invisible, but yeah.
Oh no, this is the So if you take no actions on your turn other than your standard move, hide, and boost.
Yeah, so if you don't move on your turn, you're invisible.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll use the So I've got this one weapon, but it's got like 4 different stances, so it won't fit into the weapon box.
Okay.
So I'll move next to this thing.
Okay. Is that a melee weapon or?
Yeah, it's a melee weapon. And then I'll activate my core system.
Was that another thing you activated at the start, or is that just automatic?
It's a quick action.
Right, okay.
And then when I attack it, before it the attack goes through, it's got to do a hull save or be knocked
Right,
prone.
so you want to activate this once per round thing, okay.
Yeah.
So this is be a hull save. That is a save of 12, so it fails the hull save. As long as I'm reading the save thing right. So
Does a,
it is prone. And then you're attacking it. So I
Does
think
that 12 hit?
the prone gives you like accuracy against it.
Alright, so that cancels out the inaccuracy.
Its
It's one of the-
evasion is 15.
Alright, so it doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
Alright. Alright, that's my turn.
That's all you guys. I don't have anything to do. So, next round, I better get this fucking round number up somehow. Okay, comedian, who's going first?
Tarlock can go first.
Okay. That's in line of sight. Yes.
Indeed.
Actually, I need to check what range my guns have. Oh, I am in range to shoot at the monster. Okay. I activate my protocol to shoot with more precision at the monster. That's a crit.
You and your crits,
So I
man.
can reroll.
Real damage, yep.
Fuck, that's worse. And now the main gun, which has not got the accuracy because it's not a rifle. Fucking hell, it's also a crit, but also only 6 damage.
How are you so good at the crits, man? That's
I
a
don't
proper, that's
fucking
a
know.
true crit as well, a 20. Okay,
Don't you gotta reroll the damage?
so the yeah, you can reroll damage. The 1 damage doesn't do anything because it plinks off the armor.
Oh, true, wait, it's 2d3. 6 damage, so 9.
Is it 2d3 or 2d6?
2d6.
Well, it's just 6 then, it's not 9, because you pick the highest one.
No, I mean, what I roll is the energy damage, and that's 6 now with the reroll. And the other one is the burn damage, but that's set. So it's 9 damage, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
right, okay, I see. Yeah, sorry. I can't even read the
Yeah.
little fucking icons on the black there.
That's fine.
So 9 becomes 8. Which is about almost half of his HP gone now. And that was burn, you said, so it is burning.
Although, fuck, I'm sadly not on my danger zone.
Okay, so that means it's going to take damage at the start of its turn until it spends time not burning. Okay, so I guess on my turn, I don't want to actually activate that one. There is going to be a rumble. There's going to be a rumble in the ground, and then from beneath Prom's feet, Sugar's feet, this massive beast comes rising up. What's this one? This is A. So, Prom, can you make a hull save for me? Is that a success for you? What's the save on your mech?
Well, I think. Save says 12.
Okay, so you don't make the save. So you're going to be prone, and you're going to take 5 burn damage, and you're shredded. Put some colours on you so I remember you're burning and shredded. And then you auto teleport away, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Am
That's
I still prone or?
I guess you're still prone. You just teleport. You're still lying down.
Alright.
It will be Tarlock. Who goes next?
Okay.
No, you get to nominate who goes next.
Wait, didn't I already do that?
I don't think so.
I said Cujo's gonna go next. Cujo? Yes, you go next.
We done your turn then, John? Yeah.
I just did mine, yeah. You sure?
Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. What do I want to try and add?
If you've got a lot of options, you should plan your turn before it's your turn.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do my. It's a quick action. We'll activate my. One of my talents. So
Okay.
basically, I fire a wee shockwave down my drones, as long as they're within line of 3 of each other. And
Who's the target? Which one's
So-
the target?
I target my first drone next to me, and then it goes to the next drone, and then it goes to the next drone. Or does it have to open a straight line? I just realised that. I might have made a mistake.
Yes, it's got to be a straight line.
Right, that won't work unless I move to anybody then. Right, so ignore that one then. That didn't work as what I thought it would. I thought I could bounce from one drone, it goes straight into one drone, it goes another straight line from another one. And sort of fill it like a wee circle.
No, you fire it out in a line, and anything that's caught in that pulse gets affected.
Right, no point doing that then. Right, need to move forward then. So move here. Move that drone with me to get that shield around me. And we'll deploy, let's deploy some more drones. Let's use my core system basically so I can launch the rest of my 3 specialist drones.
Rotate drones.
So I've already got Guardian out, so it's the other 3. Hunter, Shredder, and Snare. I probably should have done that to the protocol, so I'd done that before I moved, actually realising. I'll be prepared more for next turn.
Hunter, Shredder, what's the other one?
Snare.
Okay, just place them where you need to place them.
They're protocol ones. That's just my protocol, so I still got 2 more ones I can activate.
Yeah, so within 10 spaces of where you were to start is where you would deploy them. But you were back here, I think, right? So within 10 of
Yeah.
here.
Well, isn't that a quick action though? Can't you do that from where you are?
No, but that
It's
was
got protocol.
when you activated the system. Oh yeah, it's quick action, you're right, yes.
Yeah, I'll put Hunter next to the target. I'm going to launch the thingy. I'll have the other 2 sort of follow me a bit where they were, so they're fine where they are. I'll just have them sitting adjacent to me.
Right, okay, what does Hunter do?
Hunter, as a reaction, we force a character that starts their turn adjacent to this drone to move adjacent to it for the first time in a round to make a system save. On failure, they receive lock on.
Right, so when that triggers, it's going to trigger your Tempest and your Hunter. And it's going to have to do a system save or it gets lock on for the Hunter.
Yep,
Okay.
basically.
Alright, okay. And you've got one other quick action, what is it?
Well, that's it. It's my system. My protocol thought it was part of a protocol things.
It
So,
says
well, it's quick
active
action, yeah.
quick action, yeah. So you got one more quick action. Which could be a boost or an attack or whatever. Or a tech attack or a scan.
I'm going to attack my thing. Well, if I do a tech attack, that would automatically get lock on.
No, because you haven't got lock on it yet.
Just do. I'll just maybe move it for another boost. And I'll lose my protection though from that drone because it only moves 4 spaces, so I can only move close enough to me. I'll just. I've got time. Yeah, I'll leave. I'll just go in Overwatch for this point then.
Okay, so you're staying still and doing Overwatch. Okay, so I'm going to trigger this guy. And this is 10. So he can move 8. He is not underground.
Is this one still prone?
Which one?
The one next to me.
The one you were attacking? Yeah, because he hasn't gone up yet. So, yes, this quite tall, slender looking alien sort of appears from the south. It moves up towards Dogcatcher. And then from over its shoulder, it's just going to fire a ball of acid at Dogcatcher. What's your evasion from? It's probably higher than 9. Oh, hang on.
13.
That's 11, so I'm going to miss you.
Maybe it's 15.
Yeah, so I'll miss you. Oh wait, it's smart. That's against your tech, right?
You're right. It's E defense.
Where's your E defense from?
12.
Okay, yeah, you're still fine. That's a move, and then I did that. And then I'm going to move again. Tink, who goes next?
It's left to take a turn.
What did you say?
Who's left to take a turn?
Jester and Dogcatcher.
Jason.
I like Dogcatcher. Sugar, you're low.
I think it can only. Is it a full action to stand out?
I believe standing up is a full action, yeah. And then you've got your move.
What about my heat? Can I put the heat out as well?
Yes, you can overcharge to get an extra quick action.
Yeah, I'm gonna overcharge as well to put my heat out. And then I'm going to.
Oh, do you mean to put out the burning?
Yeah.
That's a full action to stabilize.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stand up and.
So I think you take 2 heat from the burning. Gesundheit.
Danke.
I actually don't see what action standing up is.
It's stabilized, I think.
And I'm gonna end my turn. So it would be Jester's turn.
So you took 1 heat for overcharging.
So I should be at 3 heat then.
I can't see standing up like what action that is. Oh
Is it
no,
not
the problem standing up isn't a full action. Standing up is just your movement.
So I could stand up and then I could do something.
Yes, you can stand up and then do something. You've got all your actions, you just don't have the free movement. So you could stand up and then you moved and then you would still have a quick action, for instance.
Alright, I am going to put a turret drone right here.
Pull out a drone. This one here.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's just 3 damage to... Is it any ally that attacks gets extra 3 damage into it?
Yeah, I believe it's anybody that attacks.
Okay, yeah, so there's a lot of drones on this guy. I activated him. I'm gonna go over here. Okay, there's a rumble under the ground again, and then nothing happens. So then it's gonna be you, Alex. Chester.
Alright, I'll change stances and then I guess I'll just attack this one on the ground.
Okay. So you get +1 accuracy to attack on the ground.
Yeah, and then I get an accuracy from Duelist. And oof.
That's nasty.
Alright, so that one has reliable too.
Hit or miss, you may move 2 spaces in any direction. And then reliable 2, so it's going to do 2 damage anyway. And then I'm guessing even if you miss, his drone is giving you an extra 3 damage.
Yeah, so that'd be 5 damage.
Yeah, so it's going to take 4.
Alright, and then I'll use a quick action to launch my scanner thing. I'll just launch it over the power source so I can see if there's anything nearby it.
Jester. Can you see with that one?
It's got like a really small cone of vision.
Oh yeah, because it's just going in one direction. Yeah. Oh, that's degrees. That's what that is.
Are you able to give it like a limited vision with the roll 20?
Yeah, you can go limited. But I think limited is just for night vision.
Oh,
I don't know if that is right.
that just that shows me everything over there.
It's fine. There's nothing there to see anyway.
Okay. Alright, and then I'll just take my movement.
All good.
Alright, then I'm done.
Okay, so then I'm going to activate the thing with all the drones on it. So it was a system save, was it?
What I
For the hunter?
Hunter, did you they have the system save? Yep.
Okay, so it fails the system save, so it now has lock on.
Yep.
It's
The Tempest is a hull save.
which it fails.
So it takes 4 energy damage and can be knocked back 3 spaces away directly from the drone.
Okay, so 4 is 3, which is going to be 7.
Does that movement count for the sentinel drone?
I could move it and it fires into the.
Hang on, because it's going to take. Hang on, it's going to take an extra 3 damage from the turret drone as well. But that'll take it down to that. And you said, does that knock it back, or does it just mean subsequent attacks are going to knock it back?
And be knocked 3 spaces directly away from the drone. Knock it 3 spaces away from it. Which then will isolate, which would then trigger the sentinel one to go off because it's moved, obviously.
Oh, well, I'm figuring when I activate, I'm going to trigger all of them anyway. Okay, so what's the sentinel one?
It's a secure perimeter. They take 3 kinetic damage from the drone.
Which is going to be 6. Which is going to be 5. Yeah, that will kill it.
It's not allowed to move the drones.
Yeah, the drone combination will kill it, finish it off before it even gets to go into the ground again. And it's still had heat damage to take from being burning.
What's even funnier, right, is I can actually move Prom's turret attack one as well. I can move turrets.
Okay, so that's 1 beast down. And that was my turn, so then we're going to be to the next round. And it's comedian to decide who goes first. Or jester. Too many names for one guy.
There's no enemies over there, right?
Where you're standing?
No, where they are. So I guess I'll go first since I can see an enemy. Or should I just go for the objective first?
Well, we've got to go on the objective. We need to get to the objective and get it back within 10 turns, 10 rounds.
10, yeah.
And we're already at round 3, so we really need to get it so we can start moving it.
Well, I can get there this turn if I use 2 boosts. Because I have a movement of 9.
I can try and launch some drones close to you to try and help support you on the way back when trying to drag it over.
All right. So what do I do? What can I do while I'm next to it now? Dark.
Well, you grab hold of it if you want to pull it. As long as it's like next to you, you can move and it'll move with you, but you're slowed, so
No boosting.
no boosting. Why did my light just go out?
Yeah, I'll grab hold of it. Oh. How much bigger is it than I am?
What page was this? Oh wait, never mind the page. I've got this copied. It is size 2.
Well, I count for size 1 for grabbing stuff. So, am I big enough to grab it?
I would think so.
Okay.
It's only one size bigger than you. I mean, that seems okay. I think they actually do have rules about dragging that we looked at before, but my instinct is it would be fine.
All right. Yeah, I'll just grab hold of it.
Quickly looking at the actions here. Grapple boost, blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean it's fine. Right, well I'm going to... Right, there's another rumble underground. And then it's your turn. So who are you nominating?
Fiery Death.
The best choice, of course.
What'll your next character be?
I don't know. Creative death,
Painful Death.
painful death, very painful death.
Lovable death.
Fluffy death.
That's cursed. I'm gonna boost here. And that's it for my turn.
Is that a move and a boost?
Yes, I'm moving the boost.
Okay, do you want to go Overwatch with your quick action?
I will try I can do that. Then I go Overwatch too.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to activate this guy. He's going to move, and then he's going to erupt from the ground and bite you. Can you make a hull save?
I don't like that. That's engineering, right? The hull save.
It's hull save. It's not engineering.
I don't get accuracy. 5.
I'm going to assume that that is a failure. So you're going to be prone, and you take 5 burn, and you're shredded.
Okay. Five burn.
And that's my go, so you can nominate who goes next.
Cujo.
Road time. Let's see. Let's move some drones for free then. Let's see. So let's. On how the snare one doesn't do anything until your character moves. So I kind of see over the things. But it's basically just next to the snare drone, next to the target as well.
Yep. Well,
Uh,
Jason's going to be that one.
Let's see. Tempest, drone. move it.
Do you get to move the ladies free each turn, or do you just get to recall them?
I've got a trait called Puppet. Where is it? Move any number of drones within sensors, including those belonging to other characters, up to 4 spaces in any direction.
Okay. As a free action, or?
Free action.
Okay.
Characters of your choice within sensor just to any drone or deployable, even those who don't take 2 energy damage. I can use an energy pulse attack as well as part of Puppet Master, but no point. That one is an action though.
Alright, we'll just move all the guys you're going to move first of all.
Like, we'll need to move. So, just double checking one. 4. Just stop down 4. Ten. There. Okay. That one I'll move when I move. The Guardian one. I'll just move in 4 space. Move roughly where I'm going.
Yeah, but you can right click
you
as
know,
you're doing
I
that
ju-
to set waypoint.
Actually, rather than moving and setting up, I can just use my weapon actually since the drones are next. I can use my super weapon.
Yes,
Annihilation
can.
Nexus. So on attack, I'll click on just act. Basically say on attack, you can make a second attack with this weapon at the start of your next turn as a protocol.
Okay.
Second attack doesn't deal bonus damage though.
Okay, so evasion 15. So you're going to miss. Oh wait, you're smart, so it's against my E defense.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
not
also armor
15,
piercing.
it is 8. So that's exactly what you needed to hit me.
It also classifies armor piercing.
Yeah. Is that 3 plus 3 damage?
3, 1d6, 1d3, and then additional 3 damage.
Right, okay. So that's a full 6. I take it your snare and your shredder don't add anything to that?
And I don't think they don't activate until it's your turn.
Okay, so they activate on me.
As a reaction, we force a character to start their turn adjacent to this drone. The shredder one will you have to do a hull save for the shredder. And if they fail, you become shredded. And the snare one puts you into mobilize if you fail an agility save.
Am I right that that weapon has a... You pick the target, which is your drone, and it's within 2 hexes of the drone that are affected?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so it's also going to hit Tarlock.
Oh.
Armor piercing, you're shredded anyway, so it's 6 damage.
If I use the so no matter what drone I use, it's going to cause damage. Didn't realise that for a minute. Sorry.
It's alright, you just made this list. I'm so annoyed. This
Sorry,
fucking
Commander.
map
I didn't
died.
realise you're next to my drones. The dogs
No
have a mind of their
problem.
own.
How much damage again?
6. Okay, my turn. So I've done 1. I did 2. These 2 are still to go. Yeah, go for this one. Yeah. That is a full action. Yeah, it is just going to emerge right beside Comedian. Comedian did a hull save. This is not for damage, this is just to knock you prone.
Just one moment. Is it considered an attack though?
I don't think so, because it just happens if you're adjacent to me when I emerge from the ground. It's like a movement trait.
All right.
Okay, so you're prone. Which will slow you down, which is my whole intent.
What, you don't like that 9 movement speed?
I don't like any movement speed. Okay, so then it's going to be Sugar Prom. Who I expected to be on the other side of the map at this point.
Do you know you're muted?
I think he's just moving.
I guess I'm gonna Overwatch and end my turn.
Okay, you're on lava, you know that?
No, I'm not. I'm next to lava. Look, next to it.
That's okay. Debatable.
Give me on lava if you want me to be on lava, dude.
You want Overwatch? You don't want to shoot?
Can't.
Alright. So I guess movement. There's going to be a rumble. I think that's right. Exactly in range to shoot Tarlok. What's your
no.
E-defense, Tarlok?
11.
This is with +2. So I'm going to hit you. It's also a blast of 1, so that's 6 burn damage. So you've been burned twice.
It's 6 burn damage.
And what's your HP for your shredder drone? Think.
Yeah, check. It's HP of 18.
Okay, well that's down to 12 and it's burning. These are splashed with burning acid.
What attack them?
The alien to the south.
It's got that big a range, is it?
It's only got a range of 10.
Is it where is it then? Oh, I don't see it on my map. But
If you look,
It can shoot around walls. It's God seeking.
I mean, it doesn't, it's a straight line south. Well, you can't see it because you're away around your tank, but from your drone it's like south.
I see. I don't get sight for all my drones. No.
I mean, I guess you would. Hadn't given all your tokens vision. There, I think all your drones have vision. And I brought on these ones. Right, I think my turn's done. So round 4, and Sugar is you to allocate who goes first.
Alex.
All right.
Do you spend your movement standing up?
Yeah.
And then what?
I'll hide first.
Okay.
Do I have to roll something to hide?
You can hide in plain sight, can't you? So you just go into hide. I don't think you roll for it.
Okay.
It's they need to roll to like hit you.
Alright, and then once I hide, I'll attack this one.
Okay. I mean that'll bring you out of hide though.
Yeah, but I just need to be hiding so I can,
Oh, to trigger.
Do
Okay.
that.
Okay. Sure.
yeah, so it needs to make a hull save, or else it'll be knocked prone before the attack goes through.
Right. Okay. It is F. It makes its hull save.
Alright, so it's not knocked prone. So that means I only have accuracy of 1.
It's a crit though. Ah, well, 4. No armor piercing.
No, not for this one.
Okay, so you do a little bit of damage. 3 damage.
Alright, and then any ranged attack against me that misses is deflected, and any
Okay.
melee attack that misses, they have to make a hull save.
Right, okay. So if they miss their melee against you, it's hull save.
Right.
Okay.
Alright, and that's my turn.
Well, I am going to shoot Tarlock again. Because that was fun.
Oh no. I'm on 1 stress now, by the way.
The core stress?
Yeah, the blast attack did 6 damage to me.
Yeah, no, that was burn, not heat. So it comes off your health, not your heat.
Yeah, and that's what I just reduced to 0. I already took damage from the friendly fire and all that, so...
Yeah, but if you're taking HP damage, it's your structure, it's not your stress.
Oh yeah, I mean structure.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, when you run out of HP, you just go for structure again.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I have 1 structure now.
Well, I think hit you. That's not gonna hit you. Because your E defense was like, what, 10?
11.
Yeah, so I'm gonna miss you with that. In which case, I'm going to have to move. I'm going to move all the way over there, and I'm done. Okay, Alex, who's next?
Alright, Cujo can go next.
Okay, let's see. We need to move in.
You can move the turret and the hunter down there as well.
I could move them first, possibly. I think I have to move the drones first, though, as part of. Or can only do it like one time.
You can also shoot your
It's
weapon
probably
as
like-
protocol at the start.
Oh yeah, because my weapon goes as protocol, but then no, then it gets a double attack on it. But then it would hit it hit Tarlock and probably kill him possibly.
Well, it won't kill him, but it'll rupture a structure. Maybe. When he activates,
that's
he's
the
going to get that
protocol, that
anyway,
one.
because he's going to take burn damage.
I may as well just do the free attack then on it. Because a free double attack.
Okay, so you're centering on the drone here.
I'm just checking actually. The protocol is just a free attack, that's all it is really, isn't it?
Yes.
That's fine then. Ignore the +3 energy, obviously.
So that's 6 again, like last time.
You know the additional +3 doesn't get the bonus damage, it says.
Okay, so it's just 3 this time. Well, you get to roll that damage again, so you could... Well, it wouldn't matter because it's maximum you can get.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take 3 because it ignores armor. Which means Tarlok's also taking 3 damage. And your other drone's taking 3 damage too.
Which one? The other drones are affected by it because they're the ones who launch it.
It's blast. It's anything around it within 1 hex.
Alright, I'll take the one that's already damaged then.
Well, snare. The snare we got hit last time as well.
The snare gets hit as well.
Yes.
Alright, so both.
No,
so one's at 12 and one's.
You would have targeted on your shredder, so it doesn't take it. But the snare does.
Right, cool then. No problem. So snare's down at 12 then.
And Tarlok will lose 3 HP.
Okay.
Is that a structure point going for you, or have you still got health in?
I still got health.
Right, okay. So that's your free shot, then you can move your drones.
Yeah. So what should you do? So move the thingy in the turret. Right, so I have to block it. Here. So you see a clear path that's nice and safe for us to travel through. Move 5 there. The drone behind me. So he follows me. And then we'll launch some more drones. Let's launch the. I think the assassin drone will be good for this one. Yeah, we'll lead the assassin. And let's launch a hive drone as well. Still check the air.
Put them both beside you. Jesus, that's a lot of drones.
I don't even launch them all.
Are you worried you're gonna run out?
Thing is, I can call them back and I can repair them.
Yeah. Infinite drones.
Okay,
Isn't,
so
Next, you need to get the one that lets you just make drones explode.
drones explode, and no, that's one of the other guys got a tech for that. You can make them all blow up from bombs. So I was looking into that skill potentially.
So is that the hive
Okay.
and the assassin placed?
I'm just moving the hive there now. Probably the hive will be here. I think hive, because what that does, it provides soft cover for me and allies around it.
Okay, so everything
And
around
if
it gets soft cover.
It's soft cover. Any enemy that's around it will take damage.
Okay, and what's
The
the
assassin creates a 2 grid around it. I'm going to click on it. It's probably
Okay, so there's a burst of 2.
so I'm traveling in an area for your monster obviously being attached into
Yes,
it.
so it will clip the monster. It will not clip Tarlok. No, because he's 3 away.
And any enemy that walks into its field will automatically shoot them. within that 2 area around it.
You gain the area denial reaction.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
So when does that trigger?
We've got it here. A hostile character starts movement or enters this area, it'll automatically fire.
Okay, so when it moves, it'll fire.
Yes.
So okay, so it's like the other one. So
It gains a grit as well into my bonus in dealing 3 kinetic damage. So I think my grit's at 3, so it's get 3 plus a 3.
So it's like the turret
No,
as
it gets
well.
your grits get as a bonus to its roll. That's what it is. Sorry.
Okay, but it triggers on movement. Okay, so when that one moves, a lot of stuff's gonna get triggered again.
Or when it just basically in the area it's in.
Yeah, but it has to move. That's what it is.
I thought when it starts its turn, basically it starts to activate.
Well, what does area denial say? Does it say move or does it say activates?
I'm going to copy the text. Just look.
Right. So once they've been deployed, is there anything else for you to do?
That's my quick actions. That's my movements. So that's everything I can do. So
yeah, it's if it moves. So if it stays perfectly still, it doesn't trigger.
yeah,
Right, and that's sure.
yeah, that's me. That's all the moves I can do.
Let me see here.
Just so we note, by the way, all drones that are around me gain resistant to all damage.
Yeah, I wasn't going to attack them anyway because they're basically infinite. Another rumble under the ground, and then who's next? It's either Prom or Turlock.
I just realised the hive drone's a burst 2 area. So would that hit the creature as well then?
What does it trigger this turn?
It's when it's released, basically as soon as I activate that drone, the hive drone, it releases a burst 2 Grey Wash Swarm which falls affects ally characters released partially within the effect area gain soft cover, as does the hive drone, and hostile characters take 1 kinetic AP.
Right.
And when they start their turn in the affected area or enter it for the first time in the round, it damages as well. So it just takes 1 kinetic AP.
Okay, but it has 1 armor, so it wouldn't get hit.
Armor piercing.
Is it armed? Jesus Christ, okay.
Oh yeah, most of the drones are all armor piercing armors.
Okay, so 1 more HP off it, that's fine. Okay, so who's next? Is it Prom or Tarlock?
On you go, Tarlock.
Okay. Right, since it's on me.
So you are burning, and you're going to take 4 burning damage at the start of your turn. Unless you stabilize,
Okay.
I think.
Actually, wait. I need to overcharge page 76.
Overcharge, you just take heat and it gives you a quick action. I like the more times you do it, the more heat you take.
Yeah, so I overcharge. I take. Wait, do I need to stabilize at the start of my turn or at the end of it to get rid of the burning?
I believe if you don't stabilize right away, you take 4. I think you might take 4 anyway, and then you'd have to stabilize to get rid of it, so you don't take any more.
Okay, then I'll take the 4 and stabilize, and then overcharge. That means I take 1 heat. That's 7 now. I'm in a danger zone now. And with the quick action I get, I hit the monster with my melee weapon. Oh no, wait. So because I stabilized, I cleared all my heat. Which means, because I have explosive vents, that a +1 explosion is unleashed around me, and characters within the affected area take 2 burning and 2 heat. So that would be the monster, as
Yep.
well as Shredder and Hive.
So it doesn't take heat, it takes it as energy, so that's going to be 4 damage in total,
Okay.
which will be 3 with armor.
Then, because I cleared all my heat, I can decide if I want it cleared or if I want to go back into the danger zone. I decide to go back into the danger zone, which means that's the nuclear cavalier. Sorry.
Sorry, before you trigger that, see when you vent, is that everything around you, or is it just enemies?
Everything.
So,
Which is why I also said that the drones take damage.
and that's a radius of what, 1?
Radius of 1, yes.
So the Hive and the Shredder are both going to take 4 damage.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, on you go.
So,
They
and
not get any
because-
resistance. Hive's got resistance. Would that not cover?
They'll take half, so they'll take 2 damage instead of 4. Oh, you go, Chuck.
Okay. Yeah, so because I'm in a danger zone, the first attack I made deals +2 burn. And the rank 2 of talent gives additionally +1d6 burn damage for the attack. So I essentially have 2 +1d6 bonus damage on the first attack this turn.
Okay.
I like this talent tree, by the way. So I roll with the
I mean, you had it first, yeah.
yeah. I roll with the Annihilator. 10. Does that hit?
No, it needs 15.
Sadness. So all the charge up was for nothing. Okay. Yeah, that's it for my turn.
You still did a little bit of damage to it.
Hmm?
You still did a little bit of damage to it.
Oh yeah, I do like the explosive ones.
I like how you get to choose to keep the heat as well, so you can just keep storing up.
Yeah, I can just choose. Actually, I could in theory activate my AI to give me like 2 additional quick actions or additional full action.
It's up to you.
I think it's justified. Right, I give myself 2 additional quick actions. And I'm gonna spend those attacking with the Annihilator on the monster again. Because if it hits... 10 again, not a hit. $21.
The crit definitely hits, so you can roll the damage again for the crit.
No, the damage is fine. But when I hit, I can make a secondary attack against all characters with +1 of the target.
Hang on, do you get the extra heat damage thing you were talking about as well?
I don't know if it was first hit. No, the first attack roll.
Right, just the first one, okay.
Yeah. So I don't get the bonus from that, but I can make a secondary attack
Okay.
because I hit with the first one,
So that's also
which
hits,
would be
yep.
3 damage, yeah. Oh, and it's AP, so it doesn't get influenced by armor.
Is that 7 damage in total?
Yes, it would be 7 damage in total.
Right, okay, here comes the fun. So that's 7 damage, so all those drones around it take 7 damage. Which is going to be 4 damage, because they've got resistance. But then, how many of the drones also attack when he attacks?
Let's see, he's next to
It's the Snare, the Shredder, the Assassin.
the Shredder may force the character that starts their turn, so I can choose it, the Shredder to activate or not. What was the other one that's next to him?
Well, it hasn't triggered
Snare?
yet, but do any of them do extra damage when an ally attacks?
Those two don't. Shredder and Snare.
Does the Assassin?
The Assassin's an automatic trigger. Like, Assassin upon deployment.
No, it's not. I thought it might be
No,
like
it's
turret,
not.
but it's not. Okay, that's fine.
No, it's only if the character moves or things like that. It's more like a
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
crossfire.
Yeah, they're all like triggering on movement. Okay. It's in case they were like the turret one, because the turret one does that.
Oh, by the way, in
Okay.
case it decides to attack me, I have soft cover from like 2 abilities until my next turn.
Yes, you've got soft cover from the drone as well.
Yeah.
I've droned it.
I mean,
Oh, no.
I'm sure as soon as it activates, it's dead.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm leaving
The
it to
Assassin will
last.
attack. The other two cause paralysis and things like that and stuff. So
Do you know what? I am just going to take this guy, move and boost. And then he erupts from the ground, which means Tarlok and Cujo, Ash and Cujo are going to have to make hull saves or be knocked prone. That's fine.
that thing comes out straight away. The Assassin drone would activate.
I know it will, but this is going to happen first.
Right. So what's happened with soft cover covering anything?
Hull
This
save. No, it's a hull save. It's not an attack.
I'll save it.
It's just the ground trembling around you. Ah, you're both fine anyway. Shite. Okay, so what triggers?
The Assassin will automatically trigger,
Yep.
and the Hive will trigger as well. So your hostile will take 1 kinetic AP automatically.
Well, that just gets
and-
absorbed by the thing, yeah.
It's armor piercing on kinetic.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, all these drones have armor piercing, nearly all of them. Assassin drone. It's where's the attack for that? It's
Area
Juju.
denial.
It deals 3 kinetic. I think it's armor piercing as well. Plus, it gets the. Doesn't say it's armor piercing, but obviously because it's a drone, I think it gets the grit, the extra grit attack on top of it.
Is that just a hit?
It says gain your grit as a bonus to its roll and dealing 3 kinetic damage.
So it has to roll to hit.
Looks like it, yeah. That's information for you guys have mixed up something.
It has area denial reaction, so it's whatever aerial denial reaction says, it's not under that. But you can only do 1 reaction per round anyway, I believe.
Is it only one, or is it for each one action or reaction there is? You can do it.
I think you do a reaction once per like round. Unless you've got a thing that lets you do multiples. But this is the first
I
one
thought
they've
that would
done
be
this
because
time because it's popped up. Right, just paste the aerial denial one again. Never mind, I can see it up here. Right, so triggers. So yeah, you can make a ranged attack against them with the drone. So just make a ranged attack.
Right, so what's just a range? What roll
Just-
for that then?
Just shoot one of your weapons. And it's going to be 3 damage it does. Right, so it misses. So it doesn't take the extra 3.
I get a mech skill reroll as part of my AI intelligence. Oh no, it's for saves, I think. Instead.
That'll be for the
Real
stats.
any mech skill check or save. Aye, it's a mech skill or check or save. So I'm mixing it up.
Yeah, so no. So all that, and it was like 1 HP.
Aye.
This one's done, so now it's your problem. You teleporting again?
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's you.
Oh.
There's 2 monsters right around the corner from you. Or there's Alex who's away over there on his own.
I can take him, probably.
Some backup, please.
Need to hurry as well. Our turns. That's turn 5 we're at now. I've not even got the thing moving yet.
I'm gonna put out the fire.
Stabilize, put your burning, yes. So you're going to take 2 burn damage before you do that, because you do that when you start your turn. But yes, after that stabilize, it goes out. Take it that's sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move this one. It's also going to pop out beside Alex if Comedian wants to make a hull save. Oh, well,
That's just a 20.
yeah, you definitely made that. So you're not knocked prone, and you do not take any damage. So that was a move, that was that. Yeah, so that's had his turn. And the one that was already beside you is going to try and claw you. With a melee attack, so that's...
-1 accuracy. I'm always in soft cover.
Okay, well it's +4 minus 1d6. -2, so that's 15.
It's gotta be at a 16.
Oh, I have 1 accuracy, so I should be cancelling out your thing.
Oh, right, no, that gets +4. That's 21.
Yeah, but it's a flat damage, so it's just going to be 8 damage kinetic.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have resistance?
So I took damage. So my reaction is I can gain resistance to that damage and move 3 spaces.
Okay, so you got resistance to kinetic.
Alright, so I just take 4.
Would you not take that damage this time and then you gain resistance? What's the
Well,
trigger?
it says when the trigger is when you take damage from a larger character, and then you gain resistance to that damage
Yeah,
and move 3 spaces.
so you'll take that damage, but then from now on you've got resistance,
Okay.
and then you get to move. I don't think you can go through them though. You can't move through enemies unless you've got a thing.
That's my core system.
Right, okay.
And it ignores engagement, doesn't provoke reactions.
Right, okay. But you can't drag the ship through them.
Wait, can I drag it when I'm doing this dodge? Am I able to grab it, hold onto it while I'm dodging?
It moves with them when they make standard moves.
Okay, so it doesn't count then.
Yeah, so you leave it behind and you move it away. So that's both of them, that's that one. That one's gone. I need to do... Okay, so this one up here is going to trigger. So it's going to activate, it's not going to move, because that would trigger a whole bunch of shit. But it is going to melee Fiery Death.
The other ones will activate just when they starts its turn in it, I think. The two
Well,
just double check.
which ones? Because the other one only activates when it moves.
Snare as a reaction, but at the start of their turn adjacent to this drone, or they move adjacent to it. The first time this round, they make an agility save. On failure, they become immobilized.
It's not
so that's the
moving.
snare drone.
Yeah, it's not moving. It's not moving into or out of the area, it's staying stationary.
It may force a card that starts their turn adjacent to this drone, or move adjacent to the first thing. Alright, so they have to move to it first, right? I thought it just because it starts its turn in it.
Well, is that not the
It
drone?
would activate.
Is it the drone starts its turn, or is it the enemy starts its turn?
It says that as a reaction, you may force the character to start their turn. I'll copy and paste it in.
Yeah, paste it in. Okay, yes, it started its turn adjacent to the drone. Okay, so I gotta make an agility save.
And that's the first one.
Which I made. Okay.
Right, so you don't become mobilized. That's the shredders.
And then it's a hull save. Which I make.
Yeah.
Is that it? That all you got?
That's those two, yeah, because the sentinel one, not this last one, only activates if you move.
So claws, I have actually, this is +4 to hit Fiery Death, so that's a 12 Fiery Death. What's your evasion? You're muted, Tarlok.
Oh, what's my what?
Evasion.
11.
Okay, so I hit you for 8 kinetic.
Does he not get soft cover? Does that count?
Oh, he does. You're totally right. It's not going to hit him in
Alright.
that case. Because it would negate my action save, which means I don't have him. Yeah, so that's a swipe and a miss. Did you not have a thing that triggered when I missed the melee attack?
No.
Somebody did. Oh no, that was Alex.
Yeah.
That was mine.
Okay.
Yeah, for mine, if they miss a melee, they have to roll a hull save or get knocked prone.
Okay. Let's see. And then it's just going to burrow underground. And then it's round 5, so... Alex, you went last, I think?
No, I just had to do thing because I dodged.
Oh, sorry, no, Prom went last. So Prom, it's who goes next?
Dog. Tank.
I can't really move because that thing's sort of engaged in me, doesn't it, at this moment?
Yeah, you're adjacent to it.
So I can't really move.
I mean, you can move, but it'll get opportunity attack.
But the attacks and my drones activate at least. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't move, but
One of the classes move that. Alright. Let's get some things going then.
right, you move like your shit. I'm gonna go take a piss.
Question. Make more drones or not? So if I activate the Sentinel drone, make the Tempest drone. More drone.
You still moving drones, Jesus Christ.
That's me moved them all. I'm just trying to decide. I've got 2 actions. So my last action, I can either one activate 2 more drones,
Please don't.
or or I can use my weapons attack. It's on the big thing.
Can you? Is that melee or a CQB?
It's super heavy.
Yeah, you can't shoot it with that then.
Right. Oh, then I've sent more drones.
How many?
We'll have to launch 2, so we'll launch a Sentinel drone. So that's all my Sentinel drones out. And nobody putting a hive on it. Hives don't really do anything. Put another assassin on it. Put a Tempest out. So let's get another Tempest out.
Tempest.
So that's my 2 Tempests out, and that's that's mostly got all my drones. I think I'm going to get another 2 left to launch.
Right, okay, I put Sentinel and Tempest beside you.
Okay, Sentinel. Sentinel put here, so that means anything at 2 range, it'll shoot. Tempest will move here, so it's sort of surrounded. And all my effects will then go off on it as soon as it gets a turn.
Alrighty.
So the Sentinel's the only thing will activate just now.
Why is it you think that's armor piercing?
Well, one of the weapons was armor piercing. That one I didn't think. It just says that it'll take 3 kinetic.
Yeah,
That one.
it's just because earlier said all of them
Establish
were,
2 security perimeter.
it's just because earlier said all of them were armor piercing, and clearly they're
No,
not.
a lot of them have armor piercing, I think, but not that one. No.
Delta 1. Okay. Is that you? You're not moving or anything?
I can't move because I'm sort of engaged in.
Well, I mean, technically you can, but do you want to make... I don't know if you can make, actually. An improvised
Put
melee?
brace. I can put brace on, so that protects me from being knocked back or prone, I think.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that might be useful.
Or skirmish, basically mean I can use a heavy weapon as a quick action. Or super heavy.
Yeah, but you can't shoot it when you're in combat with a guy. It has to be a CQB
Yeah.
or a melee. Okay.
I'll go into brace.
Brace, okay. Coming down here. I am going to move this guy.
Oh, because the centre turret should hit as well, I think. So I move the turret in range.
Okay, so I'll take an extra 3. Okay, I'm going to move this guy down here. He's going to pop out the ground if the comedian can make a hull save.
12.
Okay,
My
so
save is my save target's 13 though.
okay. Well, you got 14, did you not?
That was with the I didn't turn off accuracy.
Oh, right, okay. So you're prone and you take 5 burn, and you're burning.
So that's 5. So that is that an attack?
It's not attack, it's just a consequence of it coming up from the ground. Oh wait, sorry, hang on, the corrosive attack. That might be an attack actually, let me check. Yeah, I guess that one would be an attack. The prone one isn't, but taking the damage is.
Alright, so got 1 structure damage. And that triggers my take damage from a larger target reaction.
You want to roll d6 for structure?
2.
So system trauma, roll a d6 again. Choose one mount, and that is destroyed.
Okay, I'll destroy my gun mount, so I still have my sword.
Okay, and then what's your thing?
I just gain resistance to that damage and move 3 spaces.
Okay, so you can move for 3 spaces. That was a move, a quick action, and then it's going to go back underground. Okay, dog catcher. Sorry. Tink, who's going next?
So, let's go from you go next.
Right, Sugar, it's your turn.
Sugar.
Turn 5, which means you have 5 turns to get that ship all the way across the map.
Do we even have this ship yet or no?
I had it for 1 turn.
He had it, but
Know
then
what
he, got,
happened.
then he got mobbed.
I'm going to shoot that guy with my rockets.
What mount are your rockets on?
They're auxiliary.
So auxiliary weapons can only do 1 damage to him at a time.
Even if I fire both of them?
Yes. Well, I guess each weapon could do 1 damage.
I'm gonna do a quick action and drop a turret right there.
You should be able to move that if that's not right.
I will
Jeez.
shoot 1 rocket.
More friggin' fucking drones, honestly. I don't think that hits him anywhere.
Okay.
No, his evasion is 19. And you
Is
don't
that a
have-
mech
that is
or
a
like a person? Like a...
It is a bionic mech. So it is an alien bionic exosuit thing.
Basically, you take attacks on it and then get lock-ons and stuff.
Well, it's bio-organic, so it's immune to tech attacks.
So close combat's the only way to hit it, really. And
No, I mean you can shoot it.
I think it'll be Alex's turn.
It has a lot of shenanigans. Actually,
Alright.
is it? Actually, I don't think it is immune to tech attacks. I think it just takes them as energy. Well, hang on, so that was prompt, so it's my one now. I guess I'm going to claw the comedian. Oh, did I get this other one back? Yeah, so claw with accuracy.
And then -1 accuracy for soft cover.
Right, sure. So that's none, but it does have +4 to this. So it's a 14.
It needs a 16.
Okay, so he misses you with the claws.
Alright, so it's got to make a.
Hull, did you say?
Yep, a hull save.
It does make the hull save.
Alright.
And I guess since that's full, it's then going to use its movement, or is that be quick? It's going to burrow underground.
So since it's engaged, can I do a an attack against it when it leaves?
I guess so, yeah.
Or which one?
It's a 15 to hit. Oh wow, that's a crit. Okay. You can do the damage again.
4.
Do you have AP?
That attack doesn't. This one sword has like 4 different kind of attacks it can do.
Sure. Yeah, I mean you graze it as it like dives onto the ground again. Okay, so now it's your turn.
Alright, I guess I'll move next to this one.
Well,
And then use my.
hang on, you can't move there because that's where they're standing.
Oh, are they hiding or are they invisible?
Oh,
Or
sorry.
they're just-
Yeah, that one's on the ground. Sorry.
And I can move through larger.
Oh, can you
Larger
move through
mechs.
the melee? Okay, it's because you're like finished on top of it though.
Oh yeah, that's what the Atlas does. It can just move through bigger mechs.
Yeah, it can, but it can't end its move on them. Correct.
Yeah, it can. It can hide underneath them.
Oh, okay.
That way, it can use them as cover for other enemies.
Okay, I didn't know you could die with the enemy ones.
Here, I think it's the. Yeah, the Atlas counts as a size 1. It ignores engagement from larger characters and can move throughly and share spaces they occupy.
Changing the size of the ship to be what it's supposed to be. Right. Okay. Yeah. So you're there. What do I do?
Use a quick action to trip it.
God, that's
for-
a lot of text. Give me the
Yeah,
gist of
it
it.
is. Just the last one. As a quick action, I choose it has to make an agility save or fall prone.
Right. Okay. Chill save. That is a failure, so it's prone.
Alright, and then I'll make a melee attack against it.
It's gonna miss.
Oof.
It's a 15 to hit. Okay, and then I guess in retaliation it's just gonna swat you.
Yeah.
So it has accuracy. I'm assuming it loses an accuracy against you.
Right, because I've always got soft cover.
So that's +4, so that's a 20. Which isn't going to matter because it's just 8 damage anyway, which is 4 for you.
Oh, yeah, that's. I almost forgot I had resistance.
I think only the like veterans and ultras and elites can benefit from crits for enemies.
Well, I mean, most of them just have a set damage, don't they?
Yeah, but those guys, they do like double damage, or they get like +1d6 and stuff like that on a crit.
Oh, you like how the the acid gun guy has a
Yes,
extra damage
yeah,
on
because
crit.
he's a veteran. Right, so that's me, so who's next? It's got to be Tarlock Fire Death.
Alright, it's go Tarlock. kill them all.
Well,
Hurry. Need to
if
hurry,
you
we're
are
halfway through.
asking, I don't know how dead the one already is I'm engaging.
This is a fresh one that popped up. So this one's
Hmm.
only mildly scuffed.
I have one charge already. Let me charge 4.
I actually forgot the other one would have taken hits when it moved, when it went underground. So the other one that went underground is like half underground and dead.
Okay, I am going to activate my core burn protocol. Which means that my solid core gets 3 charges, which gets it to its maximum of 4. Which means that it's now a pretty powerful weapon, with like 46 damage.
Jesus. You might actually wound it if you hit it.
Don't bully me, okay? So I am gonna shoot at it, and because I'm still in danger zone, I am gonna fucking shoot myself. Jesus.
None
7.
of these drones are giving you accuracy, I'm assuming.
Nope.
Yeah, so your mighty weapon fires and misses.
That's depressing.
Technically you're adjacent to it and you can shoot it with that weapon though.
I could shoot with what?
You can't shoot it with that weapon because you're adjacent to it.
Oh, right, because see, I am dumb.
So you can do something else
Okay.
instead.
Yeah, instead I'm gonna do a melee then. Although I need to look, because I don't know if a melee attack is a quick action or
It's
a
a
full
full.
action. Okay. That hits. And because it's technically still the first attack, it gets +2 damage, plus 1d6.
Is that
So 8 damage.
8 in total? What type is it? I don't think it matters, but...
It's CQB.
Okay, so it's AP as well.
Yes, it's AP. And because I hit it,
Uh-huh.
I can attack again.
Okay.
It hits again.
Ooh, that's a crit as well.
Yep, and I can re-roll
The D3.
advanced dice roller. It doesn't go down to D3
You roll a D6, and it's just
by
split.
2, yeah. That's a
A
1.
1 anyway. Okay, so that's a 3
Yeah.
damage though.
Yep, 3 plus 8, so 11 damage AP.
So you're knocking it way down to about a quarter of its full health.
That is good to hear.
But it'll trigger as well, won't it not, if it's been attacked?
What will trigger? Your thing?
The turret.
Oh yes, turret does an extra 3, that's correct. But yes, it's down to a sixth of its original HP. Now that's already fucking half 10, and we're only halfway through the thing. So do you just want to pick this up next time?
Sure.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Although I have a feeling we've not got enough turns to get through it.
I mean, I'm sure it's still technically possible, but yeah, you might not make this one.
We gotta call in reinforcements. They gotta glass the planet.
It's the only way to be sure.
Just none of us are fast enough, I think. Well, it's not like they're fast enough, it's just the ones that are fast are far ahead, but there's too many big things stopping it.
Praise the Emperor. Down with the Xenos.
Did this one go already? I don't think it did.
Clear a path with loads of drones. I can just fly like the drones through a path for us to walk by, so anything that tries to attack anything between it will get annihilated. But
I don't have a lot of enemies like on the board. I'm actually supposed to have more than I have for this mission it recommends, but I took because I was looking at the stats and I was like, okay, these are quite beefy, and because they can do the prone thing to slow you down, I figured that's why they would work for it. So I don't think they need extra.
Medals, please don't make me optimize my Magmore.
I'm totally just playing like vanilla. I'm not even like going crazy about one.
I think we need to
So
optimize our mechs a lot more. Or I think we need to actually establish ourselves what type of mechs we each take for the missions a bit better.
dang, so that's 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. So I've got this guy to move and then this guy, so that's fine. I just need to.
How
I
about we
should've-
all just go with teleporting mechs?
Or we all just go with the big mag with the big cannon.
Oh, that'd be fun.
If we have 4 of them, each of us can take on 1 kaiju and probably kill it in 1 shot.
I mean, I would just the second mission. I would just spam grunts, which means I have 4 times as many guys. They all just have like 1 HP each.
Then we just need a big flamethrower that just covers an entire area.
Well, yeah, you would
Yeah.
have one guy doing one thing, one guy doing another thing. That's the way you're kind of supposed to do it. I mean, you've worked out fine so far. This one is just slowed down because you guys got clogged up there so far. So I'm gonna
I suppose we've not got any big. I don't think it's got many big hitters as much. Thinking about how we're sort of. Like mine takes time to kill things, but it does kill them.
Tarlux does a lot of damage. Prom can do a lot of damage once he gets into melee.
If I hit.
My mech is just kind of a distraction.
Yeah, it's trying to hit them is tricky because their evasion is so fucking high. But all
Which-
the all
they're
the
so big.
kaiju's like base evasion is high, man.
They're so big though. How does that make sense?
I guess just because you're not, it's it's hard to do a lot of damage to it.
So they're not
Because it's
invading.
big.
You're just hitting armor. Or
Yeah, pretty much. It's not that they're fast or anything like that. It's just like most of your blows are ineffective.
all right. So you've got a. So one of us has a big cannon. One of us teleports with swords. You have flamethrowers. Oh no, you have drones.
Yeah, I think they're quite spread in a sense of. I think it's also what we work out the missions being next time.
I mean, I would say
Well, not next-
put your assassins and your shredder and your turrets all like on the one guy at a time, because then you're maximizing the amount of damage they'll do to it when it triggers.
Yeah, I only get one shredder.
But you only
I
need
get
one
one.
shredder.
I get one.
I got it. I know what I'm gonna do next time or next mission. I'll switch for the Monarch and just go all missiles.
Yeah,
That
so,
sounds like a good plan,
so
right?
next time we'll come out, we'll finish this one, then we'll do the downtime and in between bit, and then we'll move on to the next mission, which is not too different from this one. So if you wanted to roll the same mechs, you should be kind of okay. If you want to make tweaks for the next time, that's fine as well. You won't get your upgrades until this mission actually finishes, though, obviously.
Yeah.
And we'll
Alright.
try to actually start on time next time instead of waiting around for my pizza.
It's fine.
You got it. I found the perfect weapon. It's got a range 20, and you can just launch missiles into the air and they'll float there until the end of the turn, and then deal 3d6 damage to 2 different spaces.
Yeah, which is great if you're not in a tunnel or something.
Oh no, it's fine. You just collapse the tunnel.
That'd be
You
fun.
know, science.
They get someone to take a bulldozer.
I was going my big base to get the big base. Nah, big base ones won't be any use.
It's for science.
Right, okay, so when we come back, I got 2 guys to take a turn with, and then we're on to turn 6.
Okay, cool. Catch you later then.
Yep.
Later.
See ya.